Hey y'all, this top 10 is just my opinion and it's kind of used for entertainment value. Some of the topics might be controversial, but hey, here we go. So, number 10 is hurry up and wait. And now a lot of you vets hate this. You know, they tell you to be at a place hours early, too early, like 02 in the morning, and then you might have to do weapons draw or something like that, and then it'll probably take a whole 30 minutes, and then you're waiting for like hours and hours, you know, when it could have been a lot shorter. But that's what I got for hurry up and wait. Number 9 on the top 10 list is saying whore. A lot of us hate saying whore because it just doesn't roll off the tongue right to most of us. You know, it's kind of a play on hoorah, I guess, that the Marines say. It sounds a lot better, you know, in the formation when somebody yells hoorah instead of whoa. I mean, it's just there for like pretty much false esprit de corps. Nobody really takes it seriously. A lot of us, you know, use it as a joke when we say it. Sometimes, you know, it could be condescending. But yeah, number 9 is saying whoa. Number 8 is training meetings. Oh man, these are the worst sometimes. Most of the times, you know, as you go up in rank, you're expected to be at these meetings, you know, whether it be company level, platoon level, or even battalion level. These generally are late in the afternoon. You already worked through the day, you know, you're tired, you're trying to stay up, you're going over stuff that talked about over and over again each week, use the same stuff over and over again on a projector screen most of the time. I mean, it just gets so redundant, and a lot of us are trying to stay awake most of the time. But yeah, number 8 is the dreaded training meetings. Number 7 is random compliance checks by MPs when you're coming in the gates. A lot of times when they do these checks, it's at a bad time. You know, say you're like running late already, and then now you're going to be even later. They're basically just checking to make sure people aren't riding dirty, you know, make sure they got their insurance, stuff like that, make sure they have their license. But just so unnecessary sometimes. But hey, I guess the MPs have to do what they got to do to get their quotas up, you know, and they need their bullet points when they do their briefings for their training meetings. So yeah, compliance checks by MPs. 6 is mandatory fines. I know most of us has been through this where maybe somebody leaves, I'm not saying it's a bad thing when somebody's leaving. You do a hail and welfare, something like that. A hail and farewell. You probably messed that up, but whatever. But most of the time, it's mandatory. You shouldn't make something like that mandatory. People don't want to go. They just don't want to go. A lot of us are introverts. You shouldn't make them have to go. People could say goodbye to somebody, when they're PCSing or retiring, on their own way. You shouldn't have to force somebody, to be at some gathering where they might have to pay, for dinner or something like that. People don't want to pay. People don't have money. And most of the time, people are not going to want to ask somebody to buy something for them just so they can participate in this said event. So mandatory fund. We hate this, but most of us are not going to say it. All right. Change of command and change of responsibilities. These can take place at the worst time. Most of the time they take place in inclement weather when it's like hot as hell outside. You have weapons on them. Sometimes the weapons are fixed bayonets that are unsheathed, and that can be very dangerous, especially when somebody passes out and they could potentially stab somebody in front of them or behind them, because you're standing there, parade rep, attention, your arms are getting sore, your back's getting sore, your shoulders are getting sore. It's just very, very uncomfortable, but hey, you have to do it, but you don't like it. All right, number 4 on the list is 100% urinalysis. Man, talking about, something that really irks us vets. A lot of times these things are, you don't know what's happening until you get that call saying, hey, so-and-so got to be at the company time now, And then once you get to the company, you find out, hey, this is a piss test. And then, you don't have to piss, so you could be there for hours just pounding water, just so you can piss. And then when you finally do piss, you'd be pissing all day long because what you've been doing, you've been pounding water for minutes on minutes. And it's just a terrible, terrible thing. But hey, it's part of the Army. They have to make sure people aren't doing the devil's lettuce and other controlled substances. All right. Number 3 on the dreaded things that we hate as Army vets is NTC, which stands for National Training Center, which is in Fort Irwin, California. This place is just the worst. Its environment is straight desert. The outskirts of the post is just looks the same, Luckily we have GPSs and pluggers now and stuff like that to help us, but back in the day, you could easily get lost out there. And then on the post where most of the training's taking place, I think it's called Aruba. Man, those facilities are not the best at all, especially the showers and the shitters. These places offer no privacy at all, you know, straight World War II type barracks. Facilities is terrible, you know. The defects, you know, there's a couple of defects there, but they take a long time to get through those lines. All right. Number 2 is controversial right now because Reveille and Retreat, something we do at 6:30 in the morning when we salute the flag, and something we do at 1700 when most of us go home for the day. Excuse me. What makes this controversial is a lot of times when we're going home for the day, people dodge saluting the flag. They will not go outside just so they don't have to salute. They would go back inside, hide out until that song is over. A lot of us do it, but a lot of us won't say so. A lot of us won't admit it. But yeah, it's not a big deal, but sometimes it is for some, especially when they're in their car. They're supposed to pull over, you know, get out and salute. A lot of people, you know, sometimes they don't hear it with their radios, but a lot of them don't even get out, stop, and do what they're supposed to do. You know, hey, it is what it is, but a lot of us vets hate Reveille and Retreat. And last but least, number 1 is 0630 accountability formations. Sometimes these formations are earlier or later than 0630, and they're done every single day, Monday through Friday. You know, a lot of these formations don't have to be there. They don't have to be done. A lot of these things could be, you know, hey, call such and such, make sure they're alive, make sure they're supposed to be at such and such place, you know, at such and such time, whether it be PT, early work call, or what have you. A lot of these is just, we just hate it, you know. Standing there, inclement weather sometimes when it's raining, where it's cold, you know. It's just so monotonous, but hey, it is what it is. We signed up for it, we gotta do it, but we don't have to like it. But hey guys, let me know what you think about this video. What are some things that you guys hate as Army vets? I'd like to hear your opinions. Thank you. Peace out.